Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with some new dump and go crock pot recipes. I'll share 4 easy recipes that you can just put into your crock pot, set it and forget it. Crock pots are great for the summer because you don't have to heat up your kitchen, and they're just overall convenient for busy days where you don't have a lot of time to spend in the kitchen. This first recipe is great if you have a lot of people that you need to feed because it goes a long way. It's also really easy. It was one of my childhood favorites growing up. I remember my Nana making these barbecue sandwiches when we were kids, and we always looked forward to them. But we're going to use a pork Boston butt, and there's a little over 8 pounds here. We were able to get ours on sale, which made it even better. And then you just need some liquid smoke, smoked paprika, salt, and pepper. We're gonna put the Boston butt into the crock pot, and I like to use liners for easy cleanup. You can typically find them down the same aisle as plastic wrap and foil. Once I have my Boston butt in, I'm going to sprinkle it with some liquid smoke, a good liberal amount of smoked paprika, salt and pepper, and this is going to cook on low for 12 hours. While that's going, I'll go ahead and show you guys the sauce that we make for these barbecue sandwiches. My mom remembers my Nana making this back in the 70s, and it's always been a hit. So you may also know this as Avant sauce. All you need is mayonnaise, ketchup, and mustard. I don't have the measurements, but I'll say it's probably a cup of mayo, a 1/4 cup of ketchup, about a teaspoon of mustard, and then you'll also need about a teaspoon of celery seed. According to how much you're wanting to make, you could triple or quadruple this, and just mix all of that together, and then it's ready to go on sandwiches. So here's our barbecue meat all done. I'm going to remove the good parts of the meat from the crock pot and place that into a bowl, and we're going to shred that up with a fork. So how we make these sandwiches, we spread a good liberal amount of the Avant sauce on both the top and the bottom parts of the bun, place on some meat, and then we toast it in a skillet with a little butter. We also make sure to mash them down really flat. I'm not really sure why we do that, but it's so good, and I honestly wouldn't have it any other way. So we serve it with fries and a pickle. This is perfect for summertime, and not only feeds a lot of people, but it's delicious. And I could probably eat 25 of these at the time, no lie. I promise they are a big hit. Next, we're gonna make this cracked chicken and rice. This stuff was super delicious, and I recommend it 10 out of 10, hands down. It's really easy to make. You just need 1 boneless, skinless chicken breast, a tablespoon of ranch seasoning mix, about a cup of Colby Jack cheese, 1 can of cream of chicken, 1 cup of milk, and 1 pound of bacon cooked and chopped. And also not pictured, but you'll need a 1/2 cup of rice. So these are the measurements I used because we were cutting the recipe in half. We didn't need quite as much as what the original called for, but I will leave the recipe down below for the original measurements. So I've just placed my chicken into my crock pot, and now we're going to mix all of the other ingredients to pour on top. The only prep work that this meal required was frying up the bacon, but you can easily prep this ahead of time. So all you have to do is put it into your crock pot when you're ready to make a meal. I'm gonna cook this on high for 4 hours, or you can do low for 6 to 8. I'll also put the crock pot that I have down below for you guys. I like it because once the timer goes off, it automatically switches to warm for you. So if you're not home whenever the timer goes off, it will automatically switch to warm for you. So that's awesome. So now that my timer is off, all I need to do is shred my chicken and this will be ready to eat. I highly recommend this one. It's a favorite and will definitely make it again. Next up, we're gonna make a Mexican casserole, another hit that we will be making again. No recipe for this one, but I'll tell you as we go how much of each thing that I used. I was winging this one and we just used what we had on hand, but it turned out delicious. So you need 1 pound of cooked and drained ground beef, seasoned with taco seasoning. We cooked ours with a little onion as well to give it some extra flavor. We've got about a half a cup of salsa here, about a cup and a half of Colby Jack cheese, and I'll use 3 tortillas from this pack. Over here I've got a 14-ounce can of pinto beans. I'm gonna drain and rinse, and this small can of green chilies, I'm not sure the ounces on this. I didn't look before I tossed it, but you can see compared to the can of the pinto beans that it's pretty small. So now all I have to do is layer everything into my crock pot, starting with the meat first along with everything else. I'm going to place a tortilla shell over that, and then I'll repeat until I run out of ingredients. And I ended up with 3 layers. This is going to cook on low for 4 hours. Another delicious recipe I'm saving for the books. It was a hit. It would be great with some sour cream as well. Next up, we're gonna make orange chicken. This recipe was okay. Not my favorite out of the 4, but it was still okay. Next time I make it, I may tweak it a little, but as always, the recipe I followed will be down below. You need 1 boneless, skinless chicken breast, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, a tablespoon of brown sugar, a half a cup of orange marmalade, 1/4 cup of ketchup, a tablespoon of rice wine vinegar, and then towards the end you'll need cornstarch and water. So before I place my chicken into my crock pot, I first want to cut it into bite-sized pieces. Now that I have my chicken in, I'm going to mix all of my other ingredients together in a bowl, minus the cornstarch. We will save that for the end. We are going to get all of this stirred together, and then we're going to pour it over the chicken. This is going to cook on low for 4 hours. We ended up switching it to high later because we needed it a little bit sooner, but the last few minutes of cook time I just made a couple of sides to go with it, and I thought I would share this stir fry mix we picked up from Sam's Club. This is a really good stir fry mix. It already comes portioned out into bags that you can either microwave or you can pour it into a skillet. I just did ours in a skillet this time. I feel like it's just better that way, but I just used a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper, and that's it. And then I let it go for 7 to 10 minutes, stirring until it was heated through. And then the last few minutes of cook time on your chicken, you will need to mix together 2 tablespoons of cornstarch with 1/4 cup of water, and then you want to pour that in to thicken up your sauce so that it's not so watery, and just let that cook for an additional 10 to 15 minutes. But here it is all plated up. We served the chicken over rice alongside the stir fry and an egg roll that we bought frozen and heated it in the air fryer for a few minutes. As I said earlier, this recipe was okay. It's not my favorite, but if I make it again, I may tweak some things. Overall, I would rate it about a 6 out of 10. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time. Bye.